So here's one of the most well-known games, Go the Head of Class. I bet a lot of people haven't played it, but this is Series 16. Milton Bradley. Go to the head of the class. I said that. And that's what the board looks like. It has 100 desks. Yeah. The yellow, the regular, and the blue are special, and the red cards. Okay. The instructions and the question book. And the questions are in here. You throw the dice, and whoever... Yep. And you move your student. Oh, I might as well get those out. Well, there's Cowboy Joe. And Susie. And there's also Mom and Dad. And the teacher is going to ask them questions. Now she throws 2 dice and gets a 7. She moves there. Cowboy Joe only got a 3. And there's a desk 1, even though they said there's... Well, you can always go back to desk 1. When you're throwing 2 dice, you can't get a 1, so... Okay, now when you talk to the person who's Cowboy Joe, you have to call them Cowboy Joe, or else you get penalized. You get penalized. Here's some cards. I know you place the luck cards somewhere. I just don't know where. I'll just stick them here. And the yellow is the exam cards. Okay. Now Susie threw a 7, so Cowboy Joe will go first. Whoever... I think that's right. Makes no sense. He throws 2 dice. No, throws 2 dice. And that's not how many spaces they move, but what question they ask in the book. Now there's a senior quiz, and there's a junior quiz and a easier question than that. Junior, intermediate, and senior. I am definitely a senior. Oh, you don't want to know about the last 5 desks. That name, I won't even tell you. Okay. You ask the question. I guess you start with page 1. Well, pages 6, 30, or 54, depending on how old depending how smart they are. Cowboy Joe does not look smart, so he'll take the junior test. Now, if he gets the question right, he goes ahead 6 spaces. If he gets it wrong, he goes back 2. Ergo, there's space 1. She too will go. Okay, first person, and then the second person will be the person on the left. They will go. And it seems to be Susie seems to be on the left. So she gets the question right. She goes ahead 6 spaces. And she is now in 1st grade. And yet they keep their same looks all the way up to 8th grade. And that's as far as they get. Now, if they land on a blue square by moving ahead 6 or back 2, they pick a luck card. You are a general nuisance. Go back 7 desks. And was that addressed to him, or was that for me? Good deportation. Deportment. Go ahead 3 deaths. For general neatness, advance 5 deaths. Well, for cleaning the erasers, 5 deaths. But you never, well, usually assign to clean the erasers, and you never can say no. Washing the blackboards, same with the blackboards. Now, if you land on a red, I call that pink, desk, you pick an examination card. You get it correct, you go ahead 5 desks, 12 desks, which means 1 whole grade. And I would assume you cannot go again. That is 11. So I guess you do not land one. You do skip a grade. Okay. Who was the second U.S. astronaut to orbit the Earth 3 times? I do not know. Who was the first? Was it Glenn? In what year was Alan Shepard shot into outer space? Do not know. I don't know any of these. After a while, you're going to lose the ability to know these questions. What 3 U.S. astronauts lost their lives in January 1967? Grissom. That's a shame. I don't know those. Now, typical questions would be, whoops, what country in Central America begins with an N? The teacher is supposed to hold this, and when the teacher's turn to go, he or she hands it to someone else. And that's a little simple. Okay. I know there's a year here somewhere. This is the 16th series. 1970. So it seems like every 2 years or so they come out with a new edition. If you land one, if you get it 6 and you land here, you get the question right, you land on Cowboy Joe, you go to the next base. Same thing if you're here and you get it wrong, you go to the next base. And did I say it? But if you get doubles, what do they do for doubles? Like double 6, you go forward the amount of spaces, or backwards the amount of spaces, rather than automatically going ahead 6 or back 2. Now the last 5 numbers, no matter what, if you get it right, you only go ahead 1. You still go back 2. And I don't know what happened to get a 12. You're going to be going back 12 if you miss, but only ahead 1. Unless you're here and you get a 6 to get to 99 or something. Or you're at 94 and get a 6. That'd be the best. It's going to take forever. What I want to check doubles. Hold still. Hold still. Calm down. Quiet. Concentrating. My eyes, okay, it's this. I need a newer camera. Double dice are rolled. I will do it without it. The people, after answering, either advances or goes back to roll the dice instead of the usual. And there's no prompting allowed. Anyone guilty of this offense would be penalized 3 deaths. And as I said, blue are the luck cards, and red are the exam cards. When you go back to nursery school, if you happen to go beyond 1, you go back here to nursery school, and if someone misses a question, you can raise your hand and answer it and then you will be able to throw the dice on the next turn and go forward whatever number you throw, and then the turn after that you would go. It does not explain what happens to you if you don't guess the question right. Well, try and find it in the book. This is taking too long. There's Mommy. It's not even Mother. It used to be Mother. There's Butch. There's Bonnie. There's Sis. Did anyone ever call their sister Sis? Brother? Definitely not brother. Daddy. That's so sweet. Bonnie is a nice name that no one ever is named that anymore. And they're definitely not named Cowboy Joe. Okay, now 1970 by Milton Bradley. Go to the head of the class, Series 16. This box closed before. I'll do this on my own time. This box in near mint condition, series number 14. Just 2 years different. Cowboy Joe's there, Sis. They look the same. Bonnie and Susie. Where is Mother? She seems to be missing. The luck cards look the same. What's the name? Another name for jonquil. No. Narcissus. I know Narcissus. I never heard the other. So I would not do well. I'll be going backwards. I'd be a nurse. And here, 2 editions earlier, it's 1966. Oh, what I want. I won the game. Wow. I didn't realize 88 was just a yellow. There was no longer a pink. So you can't skip that last row. Okay. So that's number 14. Now number 10, if my theory is right, this should be 8 years earlier. 66, that should be 1958. You know my theory's not going to be right. 1960. Junior quiz, intermediate quiz. Page 6. This should be nice and easy. If 5 apples cost you 10 cents, how many apples can you buy for 50 cents? I would say 5 apples. That's only 2 cents an apple. Wow. That's a good deal. 25. Yes. The desks look a lot different. I do not see any colored desk. The exam cards are here. Ignore me, I'm just dying. Sis has a new hairstyle. Daddy and Cowboy Joe still has the same hat. Mommy and brother are upside down. And there's Bonnie. Good. Everything's here. They have examination cards. How do you get one? Still a rule against prompting. And it's the black inkwell and the red inkwell. There's no longer blue. Did I miss it? Oh, yeah. Very subtle red and black inkwells. In the later editions, they did make that a little more obvious. Right. There's a black inkwell all the way up there. Yep. We all know red's what you want. And this is the box I remember the most. Now I got one more. 4th series. Yeah, I did not remember this box. Oops. I think this goes on eBay for $15 plus shipping. I don't know if there's still have the black inkwells and red inkwells. We'll be back to, okay. You know, they don't do that anymore. If you have to go all the way back to the beginning, you go to the dunce corner. And someone decided that wasn't a really nice thing to do. I asked my mother recently about dunce caps, and she did not remember that anyone ever wearing a dunce cap or standing in the corner or sitting in the corner. Okay, the inkwells are still here. So everything is basically the same. There's doesn't seem to be. It's just answers to examination questions. No, that's the examination questions. They're not on the cards. Question number 3. Where is the Giants Causeway located? I don't know. I don't look after him. And it's in Ireland. Stupid me. So everyone has the same questions here, so there's no break for younger people. Geography with letters. What is a 10-cent piece called? A dime. Well, maybe you can finish this game. The question's going to be that easy. So, I'm looking for the year, aren't I? 1947 for number 4. Possibly. So, I like to see the first one, but so that is go to the head of the class. Oh, what was I going to say? I don't remember. But that's just amazing. Okay, that's it.